Welcome back to the 9 to 5 Vibe. This is episode 3. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking to our lovely WCCPE grad intern, George Martinez. So it's great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I've been a long time viewer, so it's happy to be on.
Awesome. We love to hear it. So as I introduced you as, you're the WCCPE grad intern. What exactly are your duties? What do you do each day?
Yeah, so me being the graduate intern here, I get to work with Emily and I get to work with Christina, where I do career experiences stuff. So I help with internship searching. I help with Handshake, which is one of our what's the word for it?
Like a platform?
Yeah, like a platform where you can then find jobs there or make your own profile there. Similar to Handshake, I also help with LinkedIn. I offer mock interviews, pretty much anything that would be about getting you ready to start your job search, whether it be an internship or your first entry level job right out of graduation.
Awesome.
I also do help with resume reviews in general. So Tuesdays and Thursdays during protected hour, me and a couple of the other WCCPE employees help do any drop-ins. So you can bring your resume or cover letter to us and we can help you same day.
Awesome. Okay, so you said you work on resumes. What would you say are your top 3 tips for putting together a resume?
Yeah, there's so many, but I'd have to limit it to 3. One would be don't put your whole address on your resume because think about how many people you're sending this to, how many applications you're doing. And when you make it to the group interview, like I don't know about you, but I've been on group interviews where there's like 7 or 8 people.
Yes.
That means all of them have your address now if they want. Like, and they're not even your coworkers yet.
No.
So do you want your coworkers knowing where you live right off the bat? So yeah, I don't recommend putting your whole address. Just put the town, state, and zip code. Number 2, I'd say when you're writing your bullet points for your resume, try to have at least one of the bullet points per job have a stat or a number in it. Because Emily, take a guess. Like, how long do you think resume reviewers like look at a resume when you're applying for a job?
Probably like 2 minutes.
2 minutes? I wish. The average, according to LinkedIn, they say the average is between 6 to 9 seconds. So only having 6 to 9 seconds of a recruiter looking at your resume, numbers stick out. So with all the words, a number is really going to stick out. So saying, I did this many phone calls, this much percentage growth on my Instagram platform. Those numbers kind of really speak value. And then number 3, I would say keep your resume one page. If you are a traditional college student, so if you're between the ages of 18 to 25, you likely have less than 10 years of work experience. So unless if you got started really early, you shouldn't be having more than 1 page of work experience on your resume.
Those are great tips, actually. I didn't know about the 6 to 9 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, not much time at all. So you really want to like get to the point.
Yes, truly. So moving past resumes and going to what would be presumably the next step, which is an internship. You said you help students with internships. So what exactly do you mean by helping them with that? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, so when some people don't know what an internship entails, like what's the difference between an internship and a job, internships are more educational. So it's about getting you experience in the industry, having 0 to 1 year work experience. So it's really all about being an educational session. Your supervisor knows this and they should be giving you entry level work to kind of prepare you for the industry. We offer classes where you can enroll for credit from 0.5 up to 1.5 credits, where you can do an internship for a class here at Elmhurst. So I would say, though many internships, just like jobs, you have to apply for yourself. So we're not going to place you in an internship, but using Handshake, using LinkedIn, and all the other resources, our career fairs and all of our networking socials.
Yes.
These are ways where we try to help you find employers that are looking for interns and entry-level jobs.
Awesome. Okay, so segmenting into my favorite part of this. Hired or fired? So we do this game where it's hired or fired. I'll give you something that's just a random sentence, and you have to say hired, which means good, or fired, which means bad.
Okay.
So like if I say an elevator pitch that's over a minute.
Fired.
Exactly. So as quick as you can answer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cue dramatic music. Okay. Colored text on a resume.
Fired.
Business professional clothing for an interview.
Hired.
Harry Potter.
Hired? Question mark.
Can you elaborate on that?
The interest in it or himself?
Let's just say the franchise.
Hired.
Okay, good. Almost would have to kick you
See,
out.
It's either hired or hired. You know, Harry Potter himself, I'd hire.
I don't know. He's kind of risky, and he brings a lot of trouble. All right, well, at least you're not dividing our followers and our viewers with. I guess I went easy instead of doing pineapple on pizza.
I'm Slytherin though, so.
Oh no. Sorry, guys. So moving on from Slytherin, let's talk about your journey from undergrad to now. We both know that you do not get your dream job right out of the gate, right as you get your degree. You have to work your way and build your way to where you want to be. So can you talk about your journey to where you are now?
Yeah, of course. So I graduated from Elmhurst in 2020. So I got a double major in psychology and history. And actually, I didn't do an internship. So I just worked my jobs that I had when I was in college. I worked at a Chinese restaurant and I worked at a pet store. So I had customer service, a lot of that.
Yes.
But I didn't really get much professional experience beyond that. So I applied for a lot of jobs. I actually ended up here first in our office of admission. So
Whoa.
I worked as an admission counselor here for 2 years, getting to help with campus tours, with the events that we throw, and the reading the applications. Then I went to grad school, so I'm actually at DePaul studying counseling. That's what brought me here. So my internship here is actually helping finishing my graduation requirements this June.
Awesome.
And yeah, my job at Elmhurst actually brought me into my second role, also in admissions. I now work for a university in Ohio, a remote employee, University of Dayton. So I do similar work that Elmhurst had taught me, that I really do like working with people, and I really do like higher ed. So knowing that I had all those experiences that I got at Elmhurst, it brought me now to my institution where I hold a higher position and I have more responsibilities. But had I not gone here and had I not worked here, I would not be set up for where I'm at today.
Well, awesome. Well, since you said you were a Blue Jay, still are one through and through, do you have any advice for our current students here at Elmhurst?
Yeah, definitely leverage the Blue Jay network. Use the connections you make here. People graduate and they get really, really good jobs working for local companies. We have alumni all across the country, and truly don't stop applying when you're looking for an internship or a job, because one horror story I'll have is when I was first looking for a job, I would apply. I would maybe do like 15 applications in one day, pat myself on the back, say, yeah, I did that, got it done. But then if I got an interview, I would be so excited. I would just want to follow up on the interview, and I would stop doing any applications.
Yeah.
I had a job interview, had the second round, had the third round, had the final round, and I didn't get the job. This took about 2.5 weeks of time that I could have spent applying. There's so many jobs I probably missed out on the deadline or missed the opportunity, all because I got so tunnel visioned in on one job that wasn't guaranteed to me. So please, even if you're in an interview, even if you're in the final round, that doesn't mean you can't keep reaching out to your connections and finding new opportunities. Because as you said, that first one may not be the dream job, but it can maybe help you get into your dream job later.
Yeah, I can also attest to that. I definitely have applied to more jobs than I can count. You don't get your dream job.
Sorry, Elmhurst. It was a good first job, though.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good building block.
Yes.
We got there eventually. Or we're still going. We'll find out. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the 9 to 5 Vibe. Do you have any final words you want to say to all of our viewers?
Thank you. I'll be. You better be here next week, next time, next week, next month.
The next time.
Next time you're here, scroll for the next video.
Yeah, down below. Just kidding. But if you want to keep seeing our videos, if you want to keep watching our episodes, please check out our YouTube, our Instagram, our TikTok, our LinkedIn. Or if you have any questions for us about what you want to see or anything like that, you can even visit us in the WCCPE, so the lower level of the library. We say lower level to keep our dignity. It is the basement, but you get the gist. But thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Boom.